In a recent interview, head of the Council for Foreign and Defense Policy, Sergey Karaganov, argued that Russia needs to restore the fear of nuclear weapons. Elsewhere in the same discussion, he claimed his objective was saving the world. More remarkably still, he suggested that if Russia used nuclear weapons in Europe, quote, we would win the war, and later described nuclear use as a winnable strategy. These are extraordinary claims. His argument appears to be that a conventional Russian strike might cause the West to back down, but that if this does not work, a limited Russian nuclear strike would have to follow to restore deterrence. Karaganov is not an obscure crank. He is one of Russia's most influential strategic thinkers and has been advocating versions of this argument for several years. Karaganov's arguments are not emerging in a vacuum. Ukraine has recently demonstrated an unprecedented ability to strike deep inside Russia. Earlier this month, Ukraine's Operation Spiderweb used 117 drones hidden inside Russia itself to attack strategic bomber bases far from the front lines. Such attacks undoubtedly increase pressure on decision makers and help explain why voices like Karaganov's are becoming more prominent. But explaining an argument is not the same thing as accepting it. International relations scholars John Mersheimer and Glenn Deason have given Karaganov a significant platform. Personally, I think any advocacy of nuclear use by any side should be treated with the derision we reserve for hate speech. Excellent scholars, I hope Glenn and John are more forthright in rejecting this lunacy, just as I would hope any interviewer would treat the Cold War nuclear use advocate General Curtis LeMay. During the same discussion with Mersheimer and Deason, he appeared to dismiss concerns about nuclear winter, suggesting that such ideas were exaggerated during the Cold War to prevent conflict. This is the nuke's equivalent of climate denial. History offers little reason for confidence about any of this. Policymakers. No one knows who will win this war, and anyone who says otherwise is a fool. For more than 4 years, commentators have repeatedly predicted the imminent collapse of one side or the other, only to be proven wrong, of the nuclear threshold. The advocates of escalation in Washington, London, and Brussels are dangerous enough. We do not need their counterparts in Moscow arguing that nuclear weapons are a path to peace. If your plan for saving the world begins with exploding a nuclear weapon, it's time to reconsider the plan. If Putin ultimately comes to believe he faces strategic defeat, we are in a very dangerous position indeed. We must hope that he accepts it as a statesman, rather than reaching for the Hail Mary advice offered by his close friend, Sergey Karaganov.